Hi there, I'm here at Bryce Canyon National Park. Bryce Canyon is located in southern Utah along the Paunsaugunt Plateau, which is about an hour and a half away from the famous Southern Utah University. Bryce Canyon boasts many geologic features, the main ones being giant rock amphitheaters and the highest concentration of hoodoos in the entire world. But how does a place like Bryce Canyon even form? Bryce Canyon was first explored in the late 1800s by Ebenezer Bryce. That's less than 150 years ago, but its geologic history dates back millions of years. The exposed rock gives us a record of deposition from the end of the Cretaceous to the first half of the Cenozoic periods. The greater Bryce Canyon area and most of North America used to be covered by the Cretaceous seaway, which sedimented the Claren Formation, which is what we can see here. The Bryce area is part of the High Plateaus, whose formation started about 70 million years ago with the Laramide orogeny. This event formed the Rocky Mountains and drained the Cretaceous seaway. The High Plateaus are a group of elevated plateaus that form the boundary between the Colorado Plateau and the Great Basin in central Utah. After the mountain building, western North America was stretched into the basin and range topography. At the same time, the high plateaus, including the Bryce area, were being uplifted. That was about 15 million years ago, but 5 million years ago, the Colorado Plateau was uplifted. This changed the course of the Colorado River, and most importantly, the Pariah River. The Colorado Plateau region was uplifted by compressional forces from the Laramide orogeny. This would be known as a reverse fault. It was uplifted as a single block, likely due to its thickness. The Pariah River is a tributary to the Colorado River. It and its tributaries carved out the canyons of Bryce Canyon. This weathering and erosion exposed the soft sedimentary rock. Water erosion and mechanical weathering were important in other national parks too, such as Grand Canyon National Park and Zion National Park. It is especially important in Bryce Canyon thanks to the Pariah River and its tributaries. From the sedimentary rock came the hoodoos. There are two main factors that contributed to the formation of the hoodoos. The first is the fact that Bryce Canyon was uplifted thousands of feet higher than it was at sea level. This causes temperatures to regularly go in and out of freezing, sometimes in a day. This leads to our next factor of ice wedging. Ice wedging happens when water seeps into the cracks and weak points in rocks and then freezes. The freezing expands and cracks off pieces of rock. The hoodoos often have strange shapes and patterns. This comes from the slight variances in the composition of the rock. All the layers composing Bryce Canyon are abundant in calcium carbonate. When the slightly acidic rain at Bryce Canyon touches these rocks, the calcium carbonate dissolves. Some layers may have more calcium carbonate than others, causing them to indent inwards more and others to jut out. This causes them to erode into shapes specific and unique to each individual hoodoo. Most notable aside from the hoodoos are the Pink Cliffs. The Pink Cliffs are part of a greater geological formation and are made of the pink and red limestones of the Claren Formation and can be found all over the park. Now, I've talked a lot about the Claren Formation, but what is it exactly? The Claren Formation is the name of the layers of rock that make up almost all of what we can see exposed at Bryce Canyon. Remember that Cretaceous seaway? That's what was deposited there. The layers consist primarily of limestone, but also sandstone and shale. The formation behind me is called the China Wall. The China Wall is an example of a fin. A fin forms when two rivers run down the canyon side and leave a wall of rock in the middle. This fin is then subjected to ice wedging, which forms little windows which eventually become hoodoos. Behind me stands Thor's Hammer, a hoodoo towering high over the desert. It's made of sandstone, siltstone, and other sedimentary rocks of the Claren Formation. The lower soft layers erode a lot faster than the upper harder layers, giving it the hammer on top. This is one of the many creeks that flow through Bryce Canyon. These creeks are tributaries to the Pariah River and carve out deeper canyons to this day. Many features exist in Bryce Canyon National Park, but most famous are undoubtedly the hoodoos. Ancient forces align just right to give us this gorgeous landscape and geologic wonder. And it really is, as Ebenezer Bryce once said, one hell of a place to lose a cow. Bryce Canyon National Park is located in southern Utah, about an hour and a half away from the famous Southern Utah University. Bryce Canyon was first explored by a name. North America was stretched into the basin and range topography. The Pariah River was a tributary to the Colorado River, and its tributaries carved out the Colorado. These creeks are. This creek. What?
This is one of the many creeks.
But most notably are the hoodoos. But most notable are undoubtedly the hoodoos. Ancient. Many features exist in Bryce. What?
Because I said go ahead too late. Just count to 2 and then go again.
Are you still filming?
Yeah.
Well.
Go. Go.
From the sedimentary rock came the. Stop! You can't laugh.